Did you ever try to have a real job?
I had a real job. I worked at my uncle's deli in Harlem, cutting sandwiches. Nobody wanted a sandwich from nobody else but Fat Joey, because I make it like it's for me. The meat was this big, the cheese, the shit was like the best sandwich. It was Jersey Mike's before Jersey Mike's. They would be there, they'd be like, no, we want Fat Joey to do it. We want Fat Joey to do it because I make the sandwich like it's for me. Yeah, I worked there. A couple of jobs, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm into being a boss, man.
How'd you leave the jobs? Did that you just quit?
You know, it was always about selling drugs. So it was always about another opportunity. You know, the most unstable business in the world is the drug business, especially when you just a regular kid trying to come up. So, you know, one day you got work, one day you don't got work. One day it's good, one day it's not. The guy you thought was, you know, it's unstable shit trying to shoot up in the ranks, you know. But it was always like if I had a legit job, I started selling drugs, making money. You know what it is for a kid for? And I'm not trying to tell you guys to do that. Give you an example of my past. I want y'all to do positive things in life. Learn from my mistakes. You know, I got shot at 30 times. My friends are still in jail 30 years later. My best friend on earth is in jail. Doing life. You know what it's like to be filthy rich, living this life. You got to pray for your friend every day and talk to his mother and you can't do nothing. I can't do nothing about bringing him home. It's like he's living dead. You know, jail ain't nothing to glamorize or glorify. But, you know, I was just a young kid trying to get to it.
Were you taking rap serious at this time?
No. I loved it as a fan. But it wasn't until, you know, everybody started going to jail. And I noticed, I said, damn, you're going to go to jail, well, for a long time. And so I changed my life. And once I did that, you know, my life is like Cinderella or Robin Hood or some shit. Like, once I got a record deal, I never sold drugs again. I never robbed a person again. I never, you know, I wouldn't say did a crime because I beat people up. But other than that, you know, I didn't do serious crimes after that. I could just tell you that I've always been responsible. And so when I first started rapping, there wasn't no real money in rap. So even though FloJo went #1, they would pay me $500 a show. I would go on a Saturday and do a show, one in Connecticut, one Jersey, one New York, $1,500. On a Friday, I would go Virginia, DC, Philly, the same night, $1,500. For no money, I was out there just, you know, I always been trying to get aggressively pursuing money. To this day, that's how it worked.
What keeps you motivated after, you know, all this success and everything?
I just love good shit. And I know that life and my family loves good shit. And I know that life, we only get to live it once. So why not push the envelope? Why not go for legacy? You know, this is all about educating the youth, being transparent. You know, this is all about hoping the gems I drop, the math I drop, can actually spark an idea in someone's mind. You know, give it that extra thing. Yeah, I was thinking like that, man. Maybe I got to chill. Maybe I got to do something else positive. You know, maybe I shouldn't kill that guy. You know, we had real beef with all these guys. Thank God nobody had to kill nobody. We just moved on. And now we get money with each other. We friends with each other. You can actually have beef with somebody who you want to kill and hurt. And 5 years later, outgrow that beef and actually be their friend.
Yeah. I seen you had a relationship with Tupac.
Mm.
You know, how'd you guys meet? You know, I know he was always in New York a lot.
Just at different events. You know, Tupac was another guy that it was just always violence every time I saw him. So one time I was in Harlem And I seen them, you know, back in the days, they used to sell bootleg tapes, the Africans. So one time I was in Harlem, seen them beating up all the African bootleg guys. He was walking with boxes of Apocalypse Now, you know, yo, this my shit, this. You know, I seen him fight this African dude try to pull out a sword. And I seen Tupac take the sword off him. When I met him, I didn't know who he was. He had a red bandana with 2 guns in his hand. It's me and Wu-Tang freestyling in Atlanta. He was like, yo, what's up, crack? And I was like, yo, what's up? But I really ain't know who it was. He was like, yo, it's me, Pop. Pull the bandana out there. You know, Tupac, you know, I'm in the club. He runs up on me. Yo, you seen such and such with a gun in his hand? Like, you know, my experience with Tupac was every time I seen him, he had a problem. Every time I seen him. I remember one time we went to a movie premiere. Pac was in there. He was ahead of his time. He had like Versace before anybody. He had the Versace shit on with the bandana, had the buckle out. He was fly. But he kept walking out in the middle of the movie arguing with somebody on the phone. You know, that was Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Tupac just always had drama. Like, you know, yo, hold up. Yo, I'm telling you, you know, that was just my experience with Tupac Shakur.
I seen Napoleon talk about that you had some of your guys, you know, kind of have us back in jail.
Well, what happened was, you know, when that East Coast, West Coast thing was happening, I was really, really offended how Tupac and everybody was like really disrespected New York. You know, I'm a diehard New Yorker, you know. And so one day I went up on the radio, it was between him and Biggie, but they asked me the question. And so, you know, Fat Joe answered like he would answer now. Be like, yo, you know, that ain't none of my business, but if anybody step to me, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm Joe Crack. I don't give a this, doing all that. Like, so now without me knowing, you know, Tupac's in jail in New York, upstate, like an hour. So the Spanish guys, the Puerto Ricans, start trying to put pressure on Tupac. And they, you know, yo, you got beef for Fat Joe, Poppy? Yo, it's this, you know, and it was really strong where he was at. And so he sends me the message with Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth. And he gets on the phone and he says, yo, I don't got a problem with you. Like, you know, this ain't got nothing to do with you, this and that. But you know, these Spanish niggas, they think I got a problem with you. They putting crazy pressure on me, you know. So I had to send a kite and let all the Latinos know, and they're like, yo, I ain't got no beef with Tupac like that. I just said that, he's cool. And then they wound up, you know, I wouldn't say protecting him, but, you know, being allies. You know what I'm saying? So when he came home, you know, he told Napoleon and the Outlaws, he was like, yo, you know, Fat Joe did me a solid, you know, this and that. Yeah.
Did you guys ever get to link up when he got out?
Nah, Tupac was too fast. Tupac went to LA, that all happened too fast. The way he got bailed out of jail, he went to LA, it was, you know, too quick.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.